How did your experience during the Holocaust affect the way that you see the world?
Number one, I was a little girl of 8, and it was a deprivation of a childhood. And how did I see it when I came out of Germany after 2 years of hiding and et cetera, and I went to school here. I got married here. I have children. I have grandchildren. And I have a career. So my world, after that experience, became my other world.
Yeah, yeah. So how did the Holocaust change who you are? If it changed who you were?
It's, again, you have to remember, I was just a little girl. I was only 8 years old. So, I mean, and luckily I still, came out with my parents and brother and sister. So I was still in formative years of growing and developing that you can't exactly, I don't know. Can't answer that right now. I would have to think about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, how you feeling?
Hold on, Dad. I'm doing an interview. So, which time period was the hardest for you to get through? Like what age do you think was the hardest for you to get through?
From where?
Like, just like throughout your time in the Holocaust, or maybe even outside the Holocaust. Like, do you think that it was like difficult, like the most difficult time in your life when it just started to become the Holocaust, or maybe later on in the Holocaust when you were escaping Germany? Like, what time do you think was the hardest for you to get through?
I think you need to read my story. I think that would answer it, because again, I'm reiterating the fact that I was 8 years old, and we don't talk about a Holocaust when Hitler came to power. It goes in a. It's not automatic. I mean, one has to understand how it all came about. You have to understand about Kristallnacht in 1938 and why Hitler rose to power. And again, I was a little girl. I came here when I was 10, 11 years old, and I lived a pretty normal life. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's I can't say what period. Obviously, the fears that we were being hunted and et cetera, were very traumatic. But once I arrived in the United States at age 11, I lived a fairly normal life.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, did you do, like, what specific things did you do to survive or to keep yourself safe? Like, is there any specific things that you did?
No. Again, I'm repeating myself. I was 8 years old. I was with my mother. My mother did the things that needed to make us safe. Was I afraid and frightened? Of course. Hitler was all around us, shootings and et cetera. But I was just a little girl. I was not an adult at that point.
Yeah. There's just a few more questions left. So, what type of discrimination did you face when you came to America? Like, did you face any discrimination when you came to America?
No, I did not encounter discrimination growing up here and going to school here. Maybe I was lucky, but I did not I did not feel or have discrimination.
Gotcha. So, what were your everyday thoughts during the Holocaust, if you remember any of them?
Well, until we got out of Germany, we were hidden and we were hunted and we were transported. Basically, probably my thoughts were always that we wouldn't be shot or arrested and would be safe.
Yeah. And speaking of, when do you feel you really, truly escaped Nazi Germany?
We arrived in England in 1939 when the Second World War started. We were bombed every single day, and then we took a boat in 1940 to go to America, and we arrived in America in 1940.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So when you were in the Holocaust and when you were hiding in the Holocaust, what do you think your day-to-day life looked like?
I have no idea. Again, I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I probably got up and I ate breakfast, and my mother made maybe lunch, and we were again hiding in an attic, and then we were hiding in various places to escape the Nazis. But you know, okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's a very good answer. Yeah. So just one more question. So,
Sure.
were there any physical objects, toys, paintings, jewelry, etc., that were taken from you or your family during the Holocaust?
Everything was taken from us. Everything was confiscated. Our apartment was destroyed and slashed. And our jewelry store was everything was taken from us. We had nothing, okay? The only thing I did have, and I still have, is my mother's, who was her mother's, silver candlesticks, which I still have.